Jobe, you've got a bit of a break now. Is that a good thing for you boys, or would you rather keep playing all the way through and have that build up that momentum again?
No, I think it's probably a good thing. I think a few bodies are pretty sore. Sort of get some game time into a couple of guys who probably need a bit of extra game time in the VFL, and for everyone else who's played the majority of the year, they'll get the opportunity to rest up, and we're probably pretty sure who we're going to play. So it's a good opportunity to sort of propel ourselves for 2 weeks' time.
The VFL situation is an interesting one though, because Bendigo in the finals. Are you able to get many blokes back if they need it?
I'm not 100% sure exactly what the rules are because we've got the bye. I'm sure if we were playing that we'd be able to get a few guys to play. I think there's a few that qualify, so there should be about 3 or 4 that will be able to get the game, which is important for the fitness.
And who are they?
I think Trav Collier will probably play. Welshie, who's missed a fair bit of footy, will try and get some game time into him, and maybe Cale Hooker as well, who's had a couple of hamstrings. So important to get some fitness into those guys.
Jobe, you've had plenty of time to plan for this bye, and James did say last night it comes at a great time because you're tired. So how do you deal with it? Do you sort of load up on the training, or do you taper right off? What's the structure?
Yeah, I think that the coaches have got to plan what they want us to do. Have a couple of days off midweek. And sort of refresh, but then pretty much plan as if we were playing again. So train, have a session on Friday, and then recovery sort of on the weekend, and then it looks like we'll probably be a Sunday game. So we've got a full sort of week to then prepare. We'll probably get 3 or 4 decent training sessions in between now and the game.
Yeah. Now about yesterday, the first 3 quarters. I mean, was there a little bit of a mental thing about already making the finals due to North's loss? Did you run out there not ready?
Well, I mean, certainly as a player, I think we were ready to play. I probably, to Port's credit, I don't think we really stood up to their pressure. I thought they pressured us really well. They played really tough football, and we were probably reactive to that. And that happens sometimes, when the opposition, plays really well, and we probably didn't expect them to come out as hard as what they did, and we were, we were really on the back foot for a fair chunk of the game. To the guys' credit, we were able to turn it around. We didn't play a great game of football, but we played well enough to win.
As captain, Jobe, do you have to temper any euphoria that might come out of getting that result?
I think that the players we sort of sat down in pre-season and said, look, we don't want to be a relevant side. We want to change perception. We've sort of tried to improve every week, and that's been the mantra for the whole year. So I think that as a playing group, we're pleased that we've made the finals, but we certainly feel as if it's not just a good enough effort to make finals. You actually want to be competitive in there, and I think as the playing group, we believe that we can be.
For James and the team, I suppose, but making the finals under his tutelage in the first year is pretty special.
Yeah, I think that certainly probably the coaching group probably didn't see quite where we would end up. I think Hurdy was really concentrating on us improving every week. He knew that we had a long way to go, and I think that we still do. But certainly, you can't. You can't sort of make any inroads into the finals by finishing 9th or 10th. So we're there, and I think that the players are pleased to be there.
Carlton will be your opponent in the first week of the finals. What do you guys do on the weekend? Do you sit down as a group and watch their game against St Kilda?
Yeah, I'm not sure what will happen. Whether I'm sure it'll be a physical contest, and I don't think we'll have a problem with that. They've been a very good side, Carlton, and probably stiff to not be top 4 and get the double chance. But hopefully them and the Saints go crash and bash on the weekend. And I'm sure as a group there'll be a few guys who go and watch the game. And but you pretty much know how every team plays by this stage of the year. So you just go there and enjoy the game and enjoy what's going to come in 2 weeks' time.
And mate, did you get a chance to relive some childhood memories watching the number 32 dominate again in the middle?
It was good to see Trav come on and make the impact that he did. It was really pleasing for him, and it was nice to see him sort of break the lines, which is great. And he really had a great impact on probably one of the reasons why we won the game in the end. His ability to break the lines and take the game on, and it was great to see.
Has he sort of become an adopted brother of the family?
Oh no, he's a good kid, and we spend a bit of time. But I think he's pleased just to be playing, and certainly the teammates are happy to have him in the side.
Joe, the crowd numbers are down since 2004, their lowest average. attendance. Do you have a theory on that? Is it the lopsided games? Perhaps is it just a new team having the Gold Coast in? What's your theory behind that?
Yeah, it's interesting. I read the article about Patrick Keane commenting on new teams and how the attendances traditionally drop off the year after. So, that may well be the fact. I'm not really sure whether it's the people are unhappy with the lopsidedness of games, but probably the AFL would know historically what happens when new teams are introduced, and I probably wouldn't be too worried about it after 1 year.
What about the season as a whole? Do you think maybe it's a bit too long? You said everyone's a bit tired.
Yeah, I think that it's really important that the buys stay minimum of 2 buys in the year. I think that the players are now facing longer times on the ground, which means that recovery has become more prevalent, and the guys are probably taking longer to recover. So if they want to continue having the 22 matches, I think that it's really important that for players' well-being and for players' bodies that there's a minimum of 2 buys.
And your preference?
Yeah, that would be my preference.
Joe, would you be a fan of going back to four interchange and possibly a sub as a fifth?
Yeah, look, I probably, I would have liked that to have been the alternative at the start. Whether or not they're going to change back, I doubt that. But I think that the trade-off will be that the buy, you get a minimum of 2 buys. I think that's pretty important. That if you're going to continue to have the players having longer time out in the game, playing longer minutes, then I think the trade-off for the players' well-being would be a minimum of 2 buys.